once again, what's the point about Morgan Riley's suspension? Because the Leafs are going to get bounced out of the first round again, ladies and gentlemen. We all know what's going to happen. They're going to get swept by Tampa or Boston in the first round.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Okay, now that Tommy switched up his hat from Toronto Raptors to Toronto Maple Leafs, we're gonna be talking about Toronto Maple Leafs.
Topic.
Yes. So I'm gonna throw it off to you, Norbz. So we're gonna be talking about Morgan Riley. Tell us what's happening with him right now.
Well, when the Leafs faced the Ottawa Senators in a losing effort, Ridley Greig of the Ottawa Senators, for some reason, slap shot the puck into the empty net seconds before they're about to win the game, and Morgan Riley took exception to that nonchalantness, and he cross-checked him and potentially injured him near the end of the game. And Riley got a 5-minute a game misconduct, and a 5-minute major for that unfortunate hit. And a few days later, Morgan Riley had an in-person hearing and got suspended for 5 games. And here we are, Morgan Rielly'S in this next little while, and he's trying to appeal the suspension, and that's the story behind Morgan Riley. And it's crazy how it's been a hotly debated topic. That the number of games that he got, that he was handed down. I think, to me, that potentially injuring a person, even though that you're teaching the young man some respect about not being a showboater, doing some nonchalant act right before the end of the game. I think I understand where Morgan Riley was coming from when it comes to cross-checking the man. But he potentially injured him, and it was an unfortunate act. Like he took exception to it, and unfortunately, it cost him, and it cost the Leafs dearly, because it's 5 games, and that's 5 games plus the weeks that they're off. Like Riley's going to be off for quite a long time, like a little bit of time. So I think that the 5-game suspension was fair. There was no reason for the man, for the guy to potentially injure your opponent, even though that you're trying to teach him some respect about being a true hockey player, and be respectful of the game. So I think the 5-game suspension was fair, and the Leafs will have won't have Riley for the considerable period of time.
Tommy, what do you think? Do you think that the 5-game suspension was fair, or do you think it was too harsh?
Well, this is the ridiculousness of my co-host Norbz Cabrera, guys, because no, it was not fair. Norbz is ridiculous. Okay, first of all, I'm happy that Ridley didn't get hurt. Yes, he got cross-checked to the face. I'm glad he got up, was able to do a post-game. So had a little scratcher in the post-game. I'm glad he's okay. He didn't get hurt. But if you wind up with an empty net and think nothing's going to happen, you're living in La La Land, or you're living in utopia. Because let me tell you something, back in the 80s, 90s, stuff like that, there were straight out brawls, like going for your face punches. That's what happened back in the 80s and 90s. And if Morgan Riley did not stand up and do anything about it, Leafs media, guys, the both of you, they would have been destroying Morgan Riley and the Leafs for not fighting back. But oh no, he did something to stand up for the team, and now they're getting blamed. Like, give me a break with Leafs media. It's ridiculous, So I'm glad he's okay, Ridley. What he did was very unethical. No one in the hockey world is backing Ridley up for that, because that was ridiculous. You wind up on the empty net. His own teammate, Captain Claude Giroux, couldn't really back him up in it during the post game either. You don't do stuff like that. It's a code of ethics in the AHL. So, and also Morgan Riley doesn't have a bad past. He hasn't had any misconducts or suspensions in his career. This was probably his first one. And you give a guy a 5-game major. It's ridiculous. 2-game, like Kevin Bieksa said in the post game, 2 games would have been fair. 2 games, right? Or like Jennifer Botterill also said 2 games, 3 games. 5 games, a little too much in my opinion. But it's like too late to appeal. I heard Morgan Riley appeal, guys, twice already. Just take your time off. You're in the All-Star game. You had no break, Morgan. You're the only defenseman out there that does anything for us. Just take a break and get yourself ready for the playoffs, because we're definitely going to need Morgan Riley for that. But in the end of the day, what's the point? Because the Leafs are going to get bounced out of the first round anyways. So I guess...
Okay, that leads me into my next question.
Yeah.
Like, with Morgan Riley suspended for 5 games, what's next for the Leafs? Like, do you think, like, what's going to happen during his suspension, and what do you think will happen when he comes back?
So I'll be quick, Norbz, and I'll leave this to you.
Yep.
Once again, what's the point about Morgan Riley's suspension? Because the Leafs are going to get bounced out of the first round again, ladies and gentlemen. We all know what's going to happen. They're going to get swept by Tampa or Boston in the first round. So all in all, no matter how unfair it is to Morgan Riley, I think it's unfair. He's going to come back. We're going to make an amazing run in the regular season, be like one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference. We're going to get that second, third, or fourth place in the Eastern Conference, and we're getting swept. So, I mean, at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying right now. That's the future outlook of the Leafs. We're doing great. We've been winning off and on. Not as great as the Oilers or the Jets or the Canucks are doing out there in the western area of Canada. But we're doing okay. We're winning, we're losing, right? We're not like, it's not like we're losing the whole time, right? But once we're going to make the playoffs, guys. Telling you both, we're going to make the playoffs, of course. But we want the top seeded teams in the Eastern Conference. And then we're going to lose and get swept in the first round. So, in all essence, that's the moral of the story, guys. It's unfair for Morgan Riley. But what's the point of him coming back if his team's just going to get swept again first round? Sorry to be a hater and spoiler today, guys, but maybe it's the cold that I have right now. I'm sick a little bit, but I'm just being...
Norbz, what do you think?
Well, I think Tommy wishes much positive things for the Raptors other than the Leafs.
I do.
After changing his hat, I think he feels a lot more down than up just by changing to a Leafs cap. You know what? I think the Leafs just has to keep playing hard, keep playing solid defense, even without Morgan Riley for the next little while. I'm seeing, in the game that they're playing as of this moment right now, Brody, Liljegren, Benoit, and McCabe, Giordano, and Lagesson. I think Lagesson will be the temporary replacement for Riley for quite some time. I think. I think we're gonna be okay as long as the core forwards continue on playing well. Austin Matthews is playing spectacular, and Mitch Marner, continue helping the team with his playing, and Nylander. I think they're gonna be okay. They just have to I guess even though Riley's gonna be missed, they just have to keep playing solid hockey. Keep the forwards will have to really step up here and continue on. The goaltending situation, Samsonov and Hildeby, the backup. I think Martin Jones is injured. So yeah, the Leafs are definitely got their hands full with these absences. So hopefully they keep playing well the next little while. And yeah, I agree with Tom. Unfortunately, the playoff picture. Picture will be unclear for the Maple Leafs. I think they'll be limping in the playoffs. I think because they're in a wild card situation right now, so they're kind of in the bubble between like 7, 8, 9, placing. Yeah, I mean, there's like about a month and a half or 2 months left of the season. So yeah, they'll have to keep playing well. It's their schedule is going to get tougher. So I think to me that they have the tools to keep playing hard, keep playing solid hockey. Avoid all the turnovers and help out your goaltender. In the back end. So yeah, like my hope for the Leafs is they make the postseason uh, and
I get swept.
they just go from there. Yeah. Either a first or second round appearance. We'll see. I'm not sure at this point. Like how are they gonna fare in the playoffs?
I guess that's the motto. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I mean, I want to continue. I know Edmonton fan base is gonna be annoyed with me. I'm sure Britt knows. I have a good friend named Avery who works in Edmonton. He's gonna be annoyed with me for saying this. We need Connor McDavid with the Leafs when it's over because that's the only way we're gonna win a cup. I'm sorry. Like we need the best player, one of the greatest of all time, to join the Leafs. I know it's a pipe dream. And I know the fans
You
are
say that all the time, Tommy. You say that
It is
all
still
the
a pipe
time.
dream. It is still a pipe dream, my friend.
I mean, like this is how do you? Okay, guys, how do you like 10 years from now, right? When your kids are like, hey, mom, dad, how on earth do you have John Tavares, Mitch Marner, Austin Matthews, and William Nylander? You can't win a cup. Like, how are we going to answer that to them? Like, how do you not win a cup with those 4 future Hall of Famers? And Morgan Rielly, 5 future Hall of Famers on one team, and you can't even win the Stanley Cup. Because we need the it factor. We need the guy who's not scared to put in the Leaf limelight. There's only one person on this earth that can do that. And I know, like he's probably gonna re-sign with the Oilers. Maybe not, but if he doesn't, if there's a little glimmer of hope for us to win the cup, it's like the Kawhi Leonard effect.
I think Connor to me McDavid. That he'll retire as an Oiler. It is
Connor,
a pipe
come
dream.
on.
Wishful thinking to have a superstar player in Connor McDavid join another Canadian team into Toronto. Like that's
hometown.
I mean, it's gonna be difficult, man. Like they still have a lot of contract to dump in the next couple of years. Marner and Tavares primarily. So, I mean, they've already signed Austin Matthews and William Nylander to big contracts, and to keep Tavares and Marner,
they should have won by now.
They gotta think about that. They gotta think about what they'll do with those two. I mean, they're the core 4, right? So, in the next couple of years, like they'll just have to shed a lot of payroll, even to sign another superstar. Like that's gonna be another challenge for them in Leafs management. So as of right now, it's a pipe dream.
I say we get
pipe dream.
McDavid, and we hopefully hope Wonderwall will be good by then. And there you go. That's what's good. But we're probably, with our luck, we're probably not going to even. That's not going to happen. We're just going to end up losing
that's okay.
in the first round.
Yeah.
I think we can end on that note there, where we can dream about having Connor McDavid, but probably not going to happen. So let's end on that note. And so that wraps up another episode of Tea Time with Tommy. If you liked this episode, please subscribe to our podcast and follow us at Tea Time with Tommy on Instagram. Do you have a TikTok?
Yeah, Tea Time with Tommy 79. Come on, guys. You guys are my co-hosts. Don't even know the
TikTok. Tommy 79 on TikTok. So
TikTok.
Follow us on Instagram or TikTok.
Oh, wait, Norbz doesn't have TikTok. Too cool for that.
I have a clock that TikToks.
Oh, man. It's comedy time now.
Anyways, see you guys later.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
On another note, please like and subscribe our podcast, Tea Time with Tommy, or else Tommy will throw tea at you.